she was not really shy to attempt whatever came into her mind as a plan. She did it so shamelessly, and I realized at that point that there's a lot to do with shamelessness when you're talking about persistence. Have you ever done something for a given time and you were expected to see results a lot sooner and you did not see the results? So you continue doing that same thing for a period of time to an extent that it started becoming embarrassing that there was no result coming forth. If you cannot really relate to what I'm trying to say, I'm going to be using Gilche's character in the drama My Dearest to talk about this reality a lot more. So before I continue making this video, it has been a lot of struggle for me to make this video. For so many reasons, I need to power up my systems to be able to make videos, and for some reason, oh my god, they have not been power in my area, and that's just delayed and just frustrated me. But for me to continue like planning towards this video, I just kind of saw a lot more to Gilche's character than you would normally see on the surface level. So let me just talk about it. Gilche's character initially, you would easily perceive her character to be very childish, and with her so many childlike antics, it came off as embarrassing at some point because what she was doing continuously to get the attention of her love interest as of the very first few episodes, there was no result coming forward. I just felt that okay, this was not really about Gilche falling in love with this guy. It was more of the kind of person that she was. That kind of person would not stop until they see results. So the later episode kind of confirmed what I was having in mind with the very first few episodes. So Gilche's character towards, I feel like the drama entirely was divided into the phase before the war, during the war, and after the war. So Gilche's character during the war, you would see how much that character, which we perceived as childish and embarrassing, actually matured up and took a lot of responsibilities that you would not expect that kind of girl. Like, she was from a noble family, she was considered very beautiful. You will not be surprised if you see her expecting things to just come naturally to her. Okay, so Gilche actually took a lot of leadership roles with the fact that she wanted to stay alive and she wanted to keep her loved ones alive. We could see that her character was always ready to take up challenges, and she was not really shy to attempt whatever came into her mind as a plan to achieve her results. So Gilche's character really is, like, will I say inspiring? Because so far these past few days, honestly, I really, anything that would inspire me, I will take it. Honestly, I need a lot of inspiration in my life right now. So Gilche's character moving forward, you will see that after the war, we saw a lot more mature Gilche. Like, she was just too mature. Like, even persons who knew her before saw her in a new light, which was not so surprising for me because I started seeing her character in a more deeper level because of my situation right now. I keep talking about situation. Maybe I'll do a video about what I'm trying to talk about. Gilche's character moving forward towards the phase after the war, it was kind of like a confirmatory phase that this girl was always up for a challenge, like regardless of what the reality is, she's ready for it and she's ready to persistently do something, like consistently do something until she sees the results. And at this point, I just need that much energy in my life. And there's a particular episode where she was about, like, she was getting shamed for doing something that would not really make sense for somebody her status to do, but she did it so shamelessly. And I realized at that point that there's a lot to do with shamelessness when you're talking about persistence. For you to continuously do something regardless of what the way they might perceive you will definitely change, but for you to say, okay, I'm going to continue doing this, has a lot to do with seeing your results. At the end of the day, you'll see that she did not mind being looked down upon. She did not really care about what people are saying. There's a particular phrase she said, like, gossips will not kill you, but an empty stomach will. That really touched me. Maybe I'm being a little bit dramatic, but okay, let me just continue with the story. Whenever I am doing something in the nearest future, like even as of now, I have been planning to go back to a lot of things I started doing some time back, which I did not continue doing for some reasons. This is the reason why I watch kdrama most of the time. You will see all these insignificant things that come together to make a series or a movie. You just determine to do something that maybe it will require a lot of lecture from somebody or a mentor, whatever, to do that. But just for you to be in your room, comfort of your room, trying to be entertained by this series, and you just get this valuable message, it just means a lot to me because I am not putting so much effort to learn something, but at the end of the day, I'm actually getting a lot more that I expected. I'm also trying to continue with things that I initially picked up as a kind of a project to do, and eventually I stopped doing them for justifiable reasons. But for the fact that I took a pause does not mean that I should stop. I will definitely go back to doing those things, and I'll continue until I see results. No matter how long it takes, or no matter how shameless it might make me seem, as long as I get those results, I just, no pressure, I'm just going to continue doing them until I see those results. One of those projects, I'm not really calling it a project, more like what I have in mind to do was to learn Korean earlier this year, which I stopped doing because I had to focus more. Because during that period, I was about to prepare for my upcoming exams. So I needed to focus on that pressing issue, which will eventually bring results. And luckily, my result just came out, and I saw that the effort, the sacrifice I made to pause most other things in my life to focus on my exams actually paid off. Let me talk about the last episode. It was very sad to see Gilche's character, which we have always seen that she was not afraid to take up challenges as long as she had a purpose or a result in mind. Personally, I thought that she actually really wanted to go with her love interest, regardless of the letter she wrote. And she chose her family over her personal happiness, which is very much understandable, but it's also sad. And at the end of the day, realizing that there's going to be a part that episode, maybe I'm just hoping that that would be a better like situation that might just happen in the part two of this drama. I just feel so much like I'm so happy that I ended up making this video regardless of all the hardship I had to face to make this video. So at the end of the day, I won. I can say to myself, I won against life. I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I will see you in my next video.